Hey y'all, what's up? You already know it is your girl Shay Star. Welcome to Kudos with Shay Star. Yes, we are back live. Are you ready for the top 10 countdown? I know I am. As you guys know, we are live every other Wednesday right here on CEP TV Networks, and it's always a pleasure to lock in with you guys. You know, it's like a lot going on in the world right now, and this is just a time for us to just sit back, meditate, you know, just have like a real grown folks conversation. There's been a lot of things that have transpired over the last 2 weeks, and of course, we want to get into all of that. And I also have three very, very special guests coming through today to chop it up with me on the couch. That's right. Normally we do two, but tonight we have three. So definitely make sure you guys tune in. Much needed conversation and real insight into what's going on here in the world right now as we are live and in tune with you guys. So I don't know about you, but I'm already ready to get into this top 10 countdown. It's going to be a couple of upsets this week as some people have been booted out, but we've also got some new videos for you guys. Not to mention a dope new world premiere by my guy Mark, Hall of Fame, and he's definitely going to come through and shed some light and some other things that's going on out here in the world. So make sure you guys are paying attention to that and some more and some more. DJ AD Baby, Power 107.1's own, and of course Coalition DJs is in the building. He's gonna come through and mix it up for us later. But you know, gotta get to this couch talk. Got the homie Slim Calhoun coming through, Dungeon Family's own, of course Added Crew's own, Playboy Trey, and you know, you can catch him on the stage, on the road, doing his thing. That's right. Rich Homie Monte, he's the manager of Jacquees and Rich Homie Quan. So we're going to have a whole lot of boss talk tonight because, you know, my guys are very, very intelligent with it right here. So we're going to educate and also just kind of manifest some things today and have a good time. Of course, never have I ever. Who's ready to get... Well, we're not going to get drunk. We're just going to drink casually, all right? I'm ready to go ahead and get into the number 10 video, guys. This week, he was actually our world premiere last week, so big shout out to my guy, Zay Capiche. This is his brand new video with You Can't Tell. It's Kudos with Shay Star.
You can't tell. See this shit? You can't tell. Big bands in my pocket, yeah, bitch. You can't tell. I'm riding a Porsche. You can't tell. Go room, hit a horse. You can't tell. Hey, shout she bad. You can't tell. She got hips with her ass. You can't tell. My pockets it bulging. You can't tell. That's a dick on that phone. You can't tell. If I give you this work. You can't tell. If I give you this dick. You can't tell. I'm riding a Porsche. You can't tell. Go room, hit a horse. You can't tell. Hey, shout she bad. You can't tell. She got hips with her ass. You can't tell. My pockets it bulging. You can't tell. That's a dick on that phone. You can't tell. If I give you this work. You can't tell. If I give you this dick. You can't tell. Hey, the plus on that shit in a Toyota. I'm cooking, do you smell the odor? Can't fuck with them niggas, they told it. Nope. On chopper for all of the soldiers. Oh God. Can't stand next to cause you posing. Bitch. The statement, little nigga, you wrote it. You wrote it. How he got a bun cause he told it. Do what? How he got a bun cause he folded. Damn.
Hey, fuck that shit, yeah. They got it all.
Niggas be acting like bitches and bitches be acting like niggas. This shit getting ridiculous. I don't see no winning and switching. This shit getting sickening. How niggas be getting their feelings. I'ma just stack to the ceiling. Why niggas just sitting content being honorable mention. I put that drip in my pippin'. She whisper she miss me. I told her little mama let get it. I'm riding a Porsche. You can't tell. Go room hit a horse. You can't tell. Hey, shout she bad. You can't tell. She got hips with her ass. You can't tell. My pockets it bulging. You can't tell. That's a dick on that phone.
You can't tell.
If I give you this work.
You can't tell.
If I give you this dick.
You can't tell.
I'm riding a Porsche. You can't tell. Go room, hit a horse. You can't tell. Hey, shout she bad. You can't tell. She got.
Looking back, so the way you been your cooking ass. I was in the trap with the reefer, homie. I was in the trap with the heater on me, and I still gotta pay my rent. Still gotta feed my kids. Still in the trap with the O's and the blows. Still in the back with the bows for the low. Cause ain't no holding on. If it ain't about money, I'm rolling on. Running through the pack, I'ma keep it on me. Hope a nigga don't put the people on me. And they still wanna raid my crib. Still gotta pay my bills. Still in the trap with the breakdown scale. Nigga get capped, come pay my bill, yeah. Top beers, I'ma put it on the highway. Hang on, mama, I'ma make a little more. Cops come past and they pull up in the driveway. Hang on, mama, let me make it through the door. Whole lot of money on the floor. So we made 100 on the low. Made it back in double plus some more. Made it back in double plus some more. Looking back, so the way you been your cooking ass. I was in the trap with the reefer, homie. I was in the trap with the heater on me. And I still gotta keep my soul. Run up on a nigga to achieve my goal. Left a nigga leaking when he ran through the door. See, I was in the trap when them niggas went broke. Watching me walk, I can't relate. I was right there when them niggas were late. I was right here when them niggas was fake. When I was just giving them niggas would take. And I still gotta take my time. Still in the trap with the breakdown dime. Still in the mud so I can't be lying. And I'm still in a hurry, don't waste my time, no. And I still gotta pay my rent. Still gotta feed my kids. Still in the mix in the hood with the bricks. Still with the shit till a nigga get pinched. Whoa. Top beers, I'ma put it on the highway. Hang on, mama, I'ma make a little more. Cops come past and they pull up in the driveway. Hang on, mama, let me make it through the door. Whole lot of money on the floor. So we made 100 on the low. Made it back in double plus some more. Made it back in double plus some more. Looking back, so the way you been your cooking ass. I was in the trap with the reefer, homie. I was in the trap with the heater on me. Whole lot of money on the floor. So we made 100 on the low. Made it back in double plus some more. Made it back in double plus some more. Top beers, I'ma put it on the highway. Hang on, mama, I'ma make a little more. Cops come past and they pull up in the driveway.
And we're back. Big shout out to my guy, Baby Soda. That was Drop Top Beans. You already know what it is. Hey, man, Drop Top Beans. I'm going to put it on the highway. Definitely, if you guys want to see that and more, make sure you get on shaystar.co today and vote for your favorite videos. So, you know, as you see, the numbers be fluctuating. It don't matter if you Shay Star affiliated or not. It ain't up to me. It's up to your fans. So definitely, please make sure you guys stress to your fans to keep voting, keep voting. So, we got to get into the Sugar Honey Iced Tea. This is one of my favorite segments. This is where it be. Yes, your girl Shay Star. We get to have a conversation about what's going on out here in the world. So, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. I know we are still in the whole Black Power movement. I'm saying Black Power movement because there has been a change in the narrative as it pertains to Black Lives Matter. So I don't know if you guys heard or have seen some of the things on Instagram and on other social media sites, but apparently Black Lives Matter has been quote unquote exposed. And okay, what are you talking about, Shay, right? Black Lives Matter is supposed to be, you know, all lives, you know, matter and all that good stuff, but we're going to focus on the Black Lives Matter right now, okay? So, no. Rewind. So, apparently, the founders of Black Lives Matter, their message is not as we have, you know, been told. So through the grapevine, it has been exposed, so to speak, that the women who founded the Black Lives Matter movement actually were not all in favor of black men. Shay, what are you talking about? Well, the LGBT community has suffered extensive hate, I guess we can say, throughout the years. And these women who founded this company actually had a different agenda. So they have been accused of being called a black feminist group. They're only catering to black women. And when they say that Black Lives Matter, their intention at one point was to exclude the black man. And the only way that a black man's life was even considered in the form of mattering is he had to come in the form of a homosexual. So I know a lot of people are like, wait, what? I can't make this up. If you go to the Black Lives Matter website And if you click on the About page, it actually will give you extensive details. Of course, not the jargon that I just regurgitated, but it'll give you extensive details on what exactly the Black Lives Matter movement was built for, what they stand for, and why they, chose to only stick with the black feminism. Now, I don't really want to, go too deep into my opinion or anything of that nature. I'm just going to encourage anybody who supports the Black Lives Matter movement to actually do your own research and understand just exactly what their core principles and their core morals are. Now, of course, as a black woman here in America, enduring everything that we are at the moment, I was a little upset. When I heard the news, I definitely was not happy with the misconception because this Black Lives Matter thing has been a really, really big conversation topic, more so now with everything after George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. And I want us as a people to just really know exactly what it is that we're putting out there. Some people are now arguing the confrontation between July 4th and Independence Day, and how us as black people should not even celebrate that because that's not our particular Independence Day. So, of course, we just celebrated Juneteenth, which is actually June 19th, and that was the day that black people, slaves, were actually considered free from slavery. I would like to personally say that that's what I will be celebrating from now on. I learned in school, about slavery and things of that nature, but it's interesting how as adults you go back and you look at what was really, really taught in those school books. And it was a lot of things that they left out, and I see why now, Malcolm X said something one time: as long as you keep black people ignorant and quiet, they won't have a problem. But the moment that we become aware and educated, that's when there's going to be a problem. I'm excited that we are in a place of awakening now. I'm super excited that we as a people are able now to express ourselves with an educated, language and not just out of anger. And, it's going to take time. I think everybody thinks that it's going to happen overnight because we're protesting, we're fighting, we're rallying. That's all fine and good. But again, fight the fight the right way. It's chess, guys, not checkers. Educate yourself on how you can be effective and not have to go the violence route, Now, that's just my personal opinion, That's just me being Shay Star. So this is just totally my opinion. I'm a peace kind of girl, I like for things to be peaceful. I like to see things from other people's perspective and other people's point of views before I just start judging. But I will say this: you Karens of the world, sit your ass down somewhere, please, and stop playing the victim. I know you guys have seen social media blowing up crazy with the Karens, right? Yeah, well, definitely have to make sure that we, again, as a people, fight the fight the right way. So that's just my deepest, sincerest way that I can, put that out there. I want us to move, but move with integrity. Move with a real passion, and move with solidarity. So that way, when we do get to the point where we can change the laws, where we can change the narrative, they can't go back and say, well, you did. No, baby, we did it the way that y'all did it, right? On black and white. So yeah, November's coming. Make sure you guys exercise your right to vote. And again, educate yourself on the people that's going to be heading up your district, your county, your city, and your state, for sure. So let's get on to some entertainment, right? So COVID-19 is very still real. I don't know if everybody thinks that it's over with. It went out the window. It's gone. No, baby, it's still very much alive. And although Brian Kemp and other really preposterous people in office opening up their states back up, yeah, that's right. Florida's one of the new hotspots. Nebraska's one of the new hotspots. LA's another new hotspot. Coronavirus is still out here, guys, so I need you guys to definitely be safe. Please practice social distancing, be cautious, be clean, all of the above. The clubs are definitely back open and everybody is running rampant. These folks is definitely back outside. So wear your mask and, again, just be aware that that is definitely not over. Definitely want to send our thoughts and our prayers to the one and only Mr. D.L. Hughley. I don't know if you guys heard, but this past weekend at a comedy club in Nashville, Tennessee, he actually collapsed on stage during a comedy show. And, of course, right? They are saying that it was due to coronavirus. So he has tested positive, and he is now quarantining in Nashville, Tennessee for the next 14 days. And then he will be retested and be able to hopefully go back home, to his family. So it's real out here, guys. Be safe and, don't get sidetracked or sideswiped by, all the social injustice things. Let's also be aware that we're still fighting the pandemic and, stay safe. Love y'all so much. But look, we're going to go ahead and get back into the countdown. We're on the number 8 video. And who we got coming up? Brazil Hill. It's in a minute. It's right here on Kudos with Shay Star.
Now I'm coming home to you. Ill will make the beat bounce. Know that don't belong to you. Begging me a minute. Now I'm coming home to you. Hey, yeah. Begging me a minute, so you know I'm coming home to you. They be showing fake love, but you know I'm coming home to you. Niggas in your DM, boy, you know that don't belong to you. You gon' ride for me for you. That's what we supposed to do. Supposed to be a minute, so you know I'm coming home to you. They be showing fake love, but you know I'm coming home to you. Niggas in your DM, boy, you know that don't belong to you. You gon' ride for me for you. That's what we supposed to do. Supposed to do. Ride for me. I don't want you to die for me. Die for me. I want you to live for me. Keep it true with me. Put these niggas in their place for me. Baby, honestly, I want you to love me. Put nothing above me. Baby, make me happy. People steady asking when you gon' leave. Why you chose me? Why I chose you? Cupid made the rules. Girl, I'm here. Long as you near. I want you to love me. Baby, have no fear. We ain't nothing perfect. What we got is so real. Not the perfect picture, but it's all so clear. They give me a minute, so you know I'm coming home to you. They be showing fake love, but you know I'm coming home to you. Niggas in your DM, boy, you know that don't belong to you. You gon' ride for me for you. That's what we supposed to do. Supposed to do a minute, so you know I'm coming home to you. They be showing fake love, but you know I'm coming home to you. Niggas in your DM, boy, you know that don't belong to you.
Yeah, man, Chop out the spot. Chop out the spot. Run it up. 50K dub in the motherfucker. Chop out the spot for the dope. Yeah, chop out the spot for a 50 slab. I'm the chemist cooking up the dope in the lab. And I'm cocky just like fast. Run it up, I'm in my bag. Yeah, run it up, I'm in my bag. Chop out the spot for a 50 slab. I'm the chemist cooking up the dope in the lab. And I'm cocky just like fast. Run it up, I'm in my bag. I'm in my bag. 50 slab, just to try to tennis slap. Stay low key, I done seen too many now. Just the other day, my partner just got nine. Gotta pay for keys, I can't trust too many. Most these niggas be the ops, middle finger to the cops. If you cross the other side, you gotta stay there. I was raised by some haters, they don't play fair. Some of the money up, I'm talking big fast. Some of them drip, I'm talking real fast. Bugatti speed of ice, check my wrist well. Fly young nigga, Mr. Christian with the DR. Pocket watch the pussy, what you wanna hate on me for? 24 hours, like I got all eyes on me, feeling like pop. 50 money, non-stop. Trap out the spot for a 50 slab. I'm the chemist cooking up the dope in the lab. And I'm cocky just like that. Run it up, I'm in my bag. Yeah, run it up, I'm in my bag. Trap out the spot for a 50 slab. I'm the chemist cooking up the dope in the lab. And I'm cocky just like fat. Run it up, I'm in my bag. I'm in my bag. Double up. I got gas bags for the city. Run it up. Yeah, I count them 100. Blue 100, all we want. I don't trust them niggas. Gotta keep my phone. Try me, I gon' pop it. I take out like a rock. Straight drop, I gon' like it. Good though. Got the babies on my line. Fuck our relationships. Lost a couple things. I ain't had no time. Run it up, I'm on my thing. It wouldn't change shit. My struggle made me who I am.
All these lonely girls wanna fuck. It's okay. That's alright, girl. That's okay. That's alright, girl. That's okay. Keep calling me and begging me and blowing me up. It's okay. That's alright, girl. That's okay. That's alright, girl. That's okay.
My game slicker than slow tongue. Get your main hoe sprung. Choking on my blow gun. He swallowed all my bubble gum. Said it was so yum yum. All up in the tum tum. Playboy used to dump dumb. Now what? What? Last night I was in them guts. A young player cut yo. What? She was just trying to get a nut. And we gon' meet back.
And we're back. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Wait. First of all, I got to say big shout out to my boy, HBK K-Dub. That was a number 7 video with 50 Slab. And speaking of K-Dub, definitely want to send a big congratulations out to him for being the brand new signee for AE. Yes, AE, Authentic Empire. Big shout out to Boom Man and everybody over there. If you don't know about Authentic Empire, I'm talking about Fujiano, Jeezy Escobar, Euro Got It, Twin, the real GA, like really dope situation. So definitely shout out to you, K-Dub, for doing your thing. And if you guys are paying attention to the commercials and you've been paying attention to all of the promo, tonight is a special show for me because I got my family in the building. And it's just been really dope, these last 9 years to be able to build and learn and grind, with people who really want to see, you do well moving forward in your career. So without further ado, I would like to present the some and introduce the others. Mr. Slim Calhoun. Ooh, what's up? Hey, it's always a pleasure, This is like not even an interview type of situation. This is just us having a conversation because you are family. You've been rocking with me literally since day one of this ShayStar.com media journey, I tell this story often when you're not with me, so it's dope to be able to actually say it now. When I first started ShayStar.com 10 years ago, Slim Calhoun, Bohagan, King Floaty, Dungeon Family, just, you guys really, embraced me coming in, and you guys really opened up Atlanta for me, and a lot of people have respected me over the years because they saw the work that we did, so long ago. So I definitely want to say, again, just thank you for always supporting me. Yes, always. So for people who don't know who this legendary, yes, and I can say that word and use it very loosely in this conversation. If you guys don't know who Slim Calhoun is, please let the people know who you are, where you came from.
Well, Southside College Park, part of the Mighty DL, Dungeon Family. That's Outkast, Goody Mob, Cool Breeze, Witch Doctor, Backbone, Big Rube, Lil Will, Killer Mike, Shamdon, Future, and a whole lot more. So y'all know what's happening. I was Outkast first artist on the Quimini Records. Had a record, y'all just saw the video, It's Okay, featuring 3000, and that's how I got started.
Yeah, well, that was the start,
Yeah.
So let's talk about the journey, Outkast. That's, where I'm from. I'm just old little Yankee, you know what I'm saying? I'm from up top, growing up, that was like poetry to the soul when you talk about Outkast, you know what I'm saying? So what was that feeling like when they told you that they wanted to put their name behind you and stamp you as their first official
A blessing, definitely. Outkast, that's hip hop royalty, not just Atlanta royalty, but hip hop royalty. Probably the biggest rap group ever in history. So one time for Outkast, one time for Big Boy Dre. Y'all know what's happening, and just a blessing.
How did coming into that movement at that time change, your perception of life?
Well, you know, it's just like being a kid dreaming, and you got those dreams and you get a chance to live them out. You know, it just was, like I said, a blessing. You know, seeing your dreams come to reality.
What were some of the things that you went through in that time that have either shaped you as a man? You know, what have you seen just going through the industry? You know what I mean? Because the industry was a little different back then.
Definitely. The industry definitely was different. You know, the politics of the industry, the game is totally different than what it was when we first was getting going. So just the politics of the game, the different things you got to know, the business side of the game. Now it's a little different because a lot of artists are more independent now.
Yeah.
You got to kind of already have your ship kind of moving before you even go get recognized by a label. So it's just a different ball game. You learn a lot of different things, and you got to grow with the industry to stay relevant.
Absolutely.
So
and I was going
it's
to
the main
ask,
thing.
you know, would you take anything back from what you did, knowing where the game has shifted and how it is now?
I can't say I take anything back. You know, everything, all the processes you go through in life, you know, that's just your journey. So everybody's journey gonna be different. You know, you try to learn from the things that you're seeing out there. That's the main thing, is just trying to get the knowledge. And I think for a lot of upcoming artists, you know, pay attention to the game. One of the things that we as the DF try to do is just try to be creative and be ourselves and a little different than the norm. So that's the main thing. Just be original.
Absolutely. And, you know, that's really what I've seen just from your walk. You know, that's why I just love just, you know, having your energy around sometimes, because you're really like one of those OGs, you know, in the game. And it's just like it's a respect thing. It's a loyalty thing, you know. And it's like those principles and those morals have gone out the window.
They have.
You know?
I still find a few young artists who want that. You know what I'm saying? They want the training, the knowledge. You know, a lot of people, I mean, because of the internet and things like that, so a lot of people trying to teach themselves, and sometimes you may be teaching yourself by somebody who don't really know what's going on.
Oh, he
So,
dropping jewels. I hope y'all listening, because honey.
you know, so you got to get the right information. There's a lot of information out there, but
deaf
you got to
can't lead the
decipher
blind.
what's right and what's wrong. So
No.
that's the main thing. Is,
Okay.
you know, be willing to listen and grow and understand and pay attention and look at the things that happened before you that made this industry what it is, made Atlanta what it is to music and entertainment today. So that's the main thing, because it's a lot of people that came before us. You know,
Yeah.
we had Kilo, Sammy Sam, the J Team. You know, it's a lot of folks in Atlanta that was working back in the 80s when we first was getting hot. You know what I mean? Booty shake music. So, you know, it's the main thing, just understanding the process.
I like that, you know, and I think that's the part. Look, we're getting hearts all over Instagram. They hear you, but they don't see you. But, you know, if you guys are watching this show, you could definitely hear them. You know, I'm just so real with it. Move the phone live on set, who cares? I want everybody to feel it and see it. But, you know, it's just people don't often get that real game anymore, because I feel like the people who should be leading the way now, it's like they're holding on to the information. Like they don't want to put it out there for some reason. Like, why are we still holding on to information?
I mean, you know, a lot of people scared. You know, they scared somebody gonna come take their spot. You know, if you really got it, you got it. That's the main thing. So, I'm with the youth. You know, I'm with it. I get the questions about the new rappers versus the old rappers. You know, the new and the young. And I'm like, man, it's all music. Before we got to where we were, it was somebody before us. You know what I'm saying? It just, we were willing to take in the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and try to expand on that.
Yeah.
So that was the main thing. Future, you know, like I said, he part of the DF, been around us since we was doing our thing, and of course you see where that took him.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of artists that a lot of people don't know that actually came through over there. Yaki, Pop Lord, as y'all call him. Yeah, him and Johnny Cinco, the AC, they used to be over at the dungeon. So it's a lot of artists that came through that camp, you know what I'm saying, and got just, you know what I'm saying, real education on the music.
You took the words out of my mouth. I mean? Yeah, like, they're real.
That's the main thing. It's just educating yourself, you know. Like I said, you can't necessarily just Google everything you want to do. You kind of got to really get into the books and get the real knowledge.
You got to go
know what I
through
mean?
it. Absolutely. Yeah, you got to go through it to get through it, you know. And it's just, again, just those small little nuggets that keep, you know, just one step at a time. Take one, put it in your pocket, you know, come back to it later and figure out how to go to the next step, you know. So it's definitely been a dope, you know, way for me, because I grew up, you know, you guys were, you know, people I looked up to, you know, as a young musician, trying to find my way, run to Atlanta, because that's where you go to get discovered, that's where you go to become big, you know. So you guys have just always been a part of, you know, my coming up and me trusting and understanding my process. So to actually be able to have these real relationships with people such as yourself is just amazing, you know. And, you know, I want to give back to you, you know, because you always come through for me, you know. So this is why we want to give you your kudos today. So thank you for everything. Absolutely. We're not going to end it right there, though. We actually have another special guest that's actually going to join us. He's extended family of the Dungeon family. So definitely want to say big shout out to Playboy Trey of the Attic crew, you know. So hopefully we can get him to come through and holler at us in just a second. We actually have a video that I want to run real quick. Let's go ahead and check that out and let's talk about it.
Shake it low, shake it low, shake it low. They trying to do, make a curfew, especially for me and you. The traces of the new world order. Time is getting shorter. If we don't get prepared, people, it's gonna be a slaughter. My mind won't allow me to not be curious. My folk don't understand, so they don't take it serious. But every now and then, I wonder if the gate was put up to keep crime out of keep eye.
Who's that peeking in my window? Sky high, sky high, sky high, sky high.
Now who done stepped in? The B.I.G. the secret weapon, boy, slicker than black ice. Throwing these flow that rice at wedding, so quick flex. We speaking about something that's refreshing to the earlobes. Pay for the room and still be in pimp mode like iceberg, Chryslers and Buicks. Some on their job, so them suckers seem to lose it. Abuse their privileges and now the whole village has been shot to pieces. Cause like that same stupid, I mean that features. Boy, don't beat me if you ain't got no work. I'm strictly about these verses like the ones you hear at church, boy. Search, boy. Talking about your dope is funk like lurch, boy. Every time I heard you rhyming like a jerk, boy.
Sega ain't in this new world order. Them experimenting in Atlanta, Georgia. United Nations overseas. Train assassins, do search and seize. Ain't knocking or asking. They're coming for like me. Pro white trash like they. Tricks like her. Back in slavery. Concentration camps laced with gas pipelines. Infernos outdoors like they had back when Adolf Hitler was living in 1945. Listen to me now, believe me later on in the future. Look at where it said in the Constitution that in the event of a war, places like Operation Heartbreak Hotel.
There's a fine line between love and hate, you see. Came way too late, but baby, I'm on it. Can't worry about what a nigga think to see. That's liberation, and baby, I want it.
No phony. Look out for the man with the mask and the white pony on my back of wheels, staying off my toes, always on my heels, the same plane. Soldiers coming in the dark by plane to enforce the new system by rain. Tag my skin with your computer chip. Run your hand over the scanner to buy your dish now. No more fishing for your fish. No more fish. It's the days of the old days, past ways gone, mind blown perception. My name on your selection, but I come.
We want housing, we want clothing, we want education, we want justice, and we want peace.
So I hope you guys, you know, paid attention to not just the context of what was being said, but also the videos themselves. Goody Mob, you know, family. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
When you look at the images of CeeLo talking about preparing for war and protesting, and they had their so-called riot gear on in that one clip, that was 20 years ago.
Longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, longer than that. It's real though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's all about what you're paying attention to. If you're really listening, you know what do you really want out of what's going on out here?
Yeah. And Rube talking about, if you don't believe me now, you'll believe me later. And Big Gip, just talking about the chipping and the systematicness.
Right.
Again, you're talking about decades ago. And this is the conversation that we're having today.
Exactly. It's
know?
real. It was already written. It was written before we were even here. So
absolutely,
this day was supposed to come regardless, for whatever reasons. And it's about what we're gonna do to move forward at this point. So
absolutely. Well, we're gonna go ahead and bring Playboy Trey in and get a couple of comments from him as well. Let's go live. Hey. Uh-oh.
Yo.
Whoop.
You already know what's up.
What's up, Trey?
What up, Trey? I don't have no sound.
Yeah, man. Y'all having a real good conversation. I like these kind of conversations.
Yes, sir.
Hey, when you with the OGs, the people who really, did this for real and not just for Instagram likes and Facebook, that's when real conversations can be had. So, Playboy Trey of the Addict Crew, extended family, of course. Trey, just give people a little insight into your background and how you got into the game and what you do now.
Well, my background, like you said, I come from the Addict Crew. Got introduced to the Addict Crew, I don't know, sometime around maybe 96. Clicked up with
we're having some technical difficulties, but it's all good. He'll come back in a second. Again, just bringing the gurus in, people who just really know the game. They really been through this for real. What was the relationship between Dungeon Family and Addict Crew? Why was it so always correlated together?
We all used to be around each other. A lot of the Addict Crew are a little younger than most of us. I'm one of the younger out of the DF, but we always was around each other. Sean Paul, J-Bo, Flo, we just all used to link up. So, everybody was always around each other as teenagers, you know what I'm saying, growing up. And then just as far as doing music. So the commonality behind doing music, everybody in the city wasn't doing music when we was doing music, you know what I'm saying, when we first started. So that's one of the biggest things, you know what I'm saying? And then the support, they was always at the video shoots. Cass was doing, Goody was doing, whoever in the DF was doing, and vice versa, you know what I'm saying? So we always been family.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
We got Trey back up? Yes. All right, so Trey, go ahead and continue, my brother. We got you, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to that Wi-Fi. Act like it won't act right today.
Yeah, it's kind of going in and out, but I mean, if you guys can't hear me, like I said, I clicked up with the
No, we hear you.
Around 96. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I was saying I clicked up with the Addict Crew around 96 and through Mark Twain. For those who know what the Addict Crew is, you know about Mark Twain. And to be honest, we instantly became family. I think one of the first days I ever kicked it with them was the day that Holyfield knocked Mike Tyson out, the first fight. So, man, from there we just started, making music. Addict Crew, Young Bloods, Jim Crow, Pretty King Floaty, Shawty Putt, Ball, Freaky T, Rooster. You got Motown, you got Polo, you got Rest in Peace, Ricardo. Like J-Bo, Sean Paul. Just a huge list of very, very talented guys who really were, like family and just trying to make, really good music, trying to tell our stories, trying to tell the stories of the city, and following in the footsteps of the Dungeon family. Just trying to make a real impact and not just Atlanta or the South, but just on the world, period. Like really make an impact with music that speak to your soul as well as make you want to move.
Absolutely. And again, our connection is so crazy, like when I tell you these folks are like my family, and I just say thank you, you too, Trey, for, taking me in too, through your journey and things that you have, witnessed as an artist, and now you're on the other side of the business, what did you take from being an artist to now, being a manager and making the boss moves that you do for the artists that you manage? How do you take your experiences and put it into what you're doing now?
I think some of the main things, like when you come from the artist side and then you move over to the management, you got a totally different view of what the business is. Sometimes you can kind of understand some of the business things that were said to you and why people wanted to make certain moves and not just being so caught up in every last aspect of, man, I'm just trying to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, like, it's also business moves being made, and you understand why, you give a little bit here to take a whole lot back over here. But one of the main things I think that me dealing with artists from a management perspective is you just got to listen, like meeting young artists and just trying to teach them that. I tell every young artist I come across, like, look, man, if you got a team you trust, you gotta listen. When you're young and you're an artist, everybody think they know it. Everybody think they got it all figured out. But you really got, if you got people you trust, man, you gotta listen. You gotta be open. You gotta be open to new ideas and understand you can't do it all by yourself. Trust the people around you to help you create, people around you to help you kick down doors, people that'll go to bat for you. Like if you really, really trust them, like you gotta listen. I think I did a pretty good job of that as an artist, but I'm sure there were times that I could have listened more, listened to the people who were trying to manage me, listen to the people around me, and then also just listening to myself and my gut. So that's one thing that on the management side, I think that looking back on my career and I take now, I really preach like, hey man, you really have to listen. You gotta pay attention. You gotta listen. Everything that we say won't be right. I mean, the artists they know where they want to go and they're gonna be right too, but you gotta have artists that's gonna listen. All the ones I know that's successful, they listen. They open to their team. They open to what their partners say. They open to the truth. You gotta be accepting of the truth and understand when it's the truth. That's one of the biggest things I take.
You know what, Trey? Kudos to you because there's really nothing I can do but just agree with you 10,000% everything that you said. We living in this microwave society where these artists think that it's just supposed to happen overnight. I got a hot song or I got 50,000 streams on this and that. The demands are crazy, and I love the fact that someone who's close to my heart, my little brother. I feel like sometimes he's my own child, but you're managing Big Javi right now, and just knowing that I know for a fact he's watched you guys, he's grown up watching you guys, do what you do. So to now see you guiding him in his career is just amazing, especially when the family history. And it's awesome to see that by him trusting y'all's process, look what, is happening, for him as a young artist who's coming up underneath the tutelage of someone such as yourself. So it just lets me see from a whole nother perspective how real trusting that process really is and what the importance of having a solid team and a solid foundation around you. You've been very instrumental in BOB's career as well. So how, again, from the manager side, does it make you feel to see the fruits of the team's labor, so to speak?
I mean, it makes me feel good. I think that's one of my passions that I think I've always had when it comes to music. Like even when I was, 20 and 21 years old, I was always trying to help somebody when it came to music. Always trying to share whatever information that I had with somebody. Always trying to help share any resources that I may have. And then looking back at the time when I decided to help Bob, Bob was just a 14-year-old kid that was in a group with his cousin that had no direction on exactly where he wanted to go. But I like the fact that he was rapping different. I said, yeah, man, you can use my studio. I had a little setup in the garage and taught him how to work Pro Tools and just tried to like mentor him. Like, hey, man, this is how you set up bars. This is what a hook should sound like. Your rap name sucks. Why don't you think about changing it to something else? Because it wasn't always B.O.B. You know what I'm saying? It was something else before then. And just giving that game, and then it was really just coming from a place out of my heart. It wasn't nothing thinking about any money that's coming down the line, because you never know what any artist is gonna be. Or you can just believe, if you believe they
Absolutely.
dope, you believe they dope, and then turns out through all the hard work we put in, he ended up becoming 6-time Grammy nominated. We traveled the world. We performed for the first black president. And then to have Javi be growing up around Bob and growing up around me and him listening, I think that's part of one of the biggest reasons that things work for him now, because he watched it and he paid attention, and he does listen,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and like you need it, and I enjoy giving that game, because a lot of people, I mean, Slim was saying it earlier, like I guess people be scared. A lot of people don't want to get their information or get their resources up, but I don't mind sharing the information. I feel secure in who I am and what I can do, and so if somebody else needs some help, if I can give it to them, I'm gonna give it to them.
Facts. I mean, hope you guys are paying attention to these jewels that's being dropped right here, man. This you got to pay for stuff like this, Like I'm telling you, it doesn't get any more authentic and no more real than that, And it's just again amazing to see people who've gone through it, came through it, regurgitate it and give it back to people. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's just awesome. And again, I just salute both of you, for your contribution and just everything that you've given to the industry, but not just to the industry, but taking your experiences and not being afraid to share them and educate, the youth and keeping everybody, just informed. So, you're really seeing generations of things right here from the original, going all the way back to your situation, and look, we're talking about 3 decades later now of work. So shout out to you guys for sure.
Appreciate it.
Shout
Trey,
out
I
to
know
you, Shay
you
Star.
are home with the family, and I definitely appreciate you coming through and dropping some jewels real quick. But I also want to get your reaction to where we come from and where we are as the narrative continues to, be developed in these new times of police brutality and what's going on here in America, and the experiments that's going on here in Atlanta, Georgia. How do you feel about that? As someone who's come up through this as well, how do you feel we're gonna come through this on the other side?
How we gonna come through it on the other side? I don't know. My personal, opinion is, in another 4 years, the same thing gonna happen all over again. Everybody gonna be right back out in the street.
Yeah.
I really just don't. I mean, like, when Slim was talking, like I was agreeing with pretty much everything that he was saying as I was listening. It's already been written. Like, all these things have already been planned. Like you talking about rioting and different people protesting and things the government is doing, the way black people are treated. Like, these things have already been out there. I think they're starting to get exposed even more, but it still makes me think, like, okay, how many things have not been exposed? How many more things will get exposed as time continues to go on? I mean, I do think there have been some people in some generations of, I mean, black people as well as other races that be like, oh, there is some BS going on over there. That a lot of BS is happening to black people, but are they really willing to put everything on the line to help us? I mean, come on now. We gonna always
Yeah.
have to do that for ourselves. So where we gonna be in the future? I mean, for my kids and one day for their kids, I hope that we can get to a place of mental understanding and financial literacy, and want to be able to help
Yep.
each other and build with our brothers, and not be afraid to build with our brothers and sisters, and what's up. Because if we don't, I mean, I really do. I just think it's gonna continue to happen again and again and again. You know, like, I just don't see what's
Yeah.
gonna change from the other side. You know, it is.
We just gonna have to fight the power while we here, right? Yep.
I remember in 2004, somebody told me that racism doesn't exist. I remember thinking to myself that was the dumbest thing I had ever heard at that particular time. I was just like, racism doesn't exist. You know what I mean? And then I see that particular person online talking about Black Lives Matter. I want to just be like, didn't you say racism does not exist? You know, but I ain't.
For real though, like, bro, what are we doing? Mm-hmm.
And this was a black person, and here it is in 2020, and now you finally getting it. I mean, you 16 years behind then. We were already however many years we were behind in 2004. So look at how
Exactly.
Yep.
mind should be, and if you years behind where your mind should be, then the rest of you, your soul, your spirit, your body, your mind, everything is behind. You know, so how much further do we have to go to catch up in this race? You know, all I know is, I mean,
man, you talking heavy.
and I just say what now?
I said, you talking heavy over there.
It is what it is, you know. But hey, I'm glad that we had people dropping gems and dropping music that was teaching us. You know, when Good and Mog came out, I mean, to be honest, you know, it made me, I was already proud to be black, but it made me more proud to be black. It made me proud to be from Atlanta. It made me proud to be from the South.
Exactly.
Awesome.
I love that, and I hope we continue to have more artists that through maybe what happened will go ahead and speak a little bit more. So my 8 and my 5-year-old, that I can put them on to the music of the past, but I hope some new artists come along that can speak to them and speak to their souls and make them feel proud to be black and teach them certain things that maybe they're not up on yet. You know, I hope we have more artists that take this time to be like, you know what, let me talk about this. You know, let me bring my people along with these lyrics and the stuff I need to say that's coming from my soul. So I hope that's one thing that comes out of it.
Absolutely. Well, Trey, you know, it's always a pleasure just to talk real talk with you. I don't think there's ever been a moment that I've ever been in your presence, whether it was just for 5 minutes or 5 hours, where just some real deal is just coming, you know, out of your mouth. And again, I always want to just appreciate people like you, again, just for your contribution and just, you know, staying true to who you are, because it really speaks volumes about you and the people around you. So, you know, Playboy Trey, everybody, you know what I'm saying? If I give you guys any more, you're going to have to pay for that, you know what I mean? So I'm going to let my family go. But before we get out of here, Trey, please let them know where they can find you, your Instagram, of course, you know, anything that you want to shamelessly plug for my baby boy.
Oh,
go ahead
yeah,
and
look me up look me up at Playboy Trey, PlayBoyTre. You can also check out some people that I mess with on IG, The Rap University, spelled just like that, The Rap University, man. Pages that'll teach about this rap music, teach about the history of hip hop. So check me out.
Facts. The Rap University, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and let Trey go. Trey, I love you much. Stay safe over there, you and the family. And, you know, we're going to continue to have some more real conversations.
Same to you, my boy. Be safe.
All right, y'all. So, you know, it doesn't get no realer than that. You know, that there's really not too much more that needs to be said. You know what they say nowadays, say less, you know. Say less. So, always a pleasure to see you, sir.
Definitely.
Always, you know, whatever you got going on, just shout me a holler. I'll be there, you know.
Definitely.
Let everybody know what you got going on, you know.
Man, new music. Got the Loose Leaf Volume 4 out right now. New project on the way right now. Got a single with Scotty ATL called This Goes. About to shoot that video real soon. So y'all get ready. We got a couple movies. Trapping for Christmas was supposed to come out last Christmas, but it will be out this fall. So y'all get ready for that, Trapping for Christmas. And we trying to get this other movie shot right now. We just being able to get back out. So make Atlanta straight again.
Oh, you back outside?
Well, we trying to work. I'm trying to work. I am trying to do that.
Let me find out, okay?
But we trying to get this movie. We was actually supposed to start shooting before the whole COVID-19 thing jumped off, and of course that halted everything. So hopefully we'll be getting into production real soon. So Make Atlanta Straight Again. That's another movie we're working on. Like I said, Trapping for Christmas this fall. Jack Boys 3 coming soon. One time for that boy, and he be working in the street.
Woo.
But we just out here working, man. New music on the way. Y'all get ready, movies, everything. Yeah.
Well, if you need a cast member, I think I can read a script.
Say less.
You know what I'm saying? Put me D. I'm trying to get into this TV film world. You know what I'm saying? So I got that live on this camera, but I ain't got to worry about that.
You already know.
When my folks say it is, it is. We ain't got to talk about it, but let everybody know where they can follow you.
And Slim Calhoun. That's Slim with 2 M's, Calhoun, all together. That's on any social media platform it is. And that's me, man. I'm everywhere. Y'all know what's happening.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into the number 6 video. Thank you so much, Slim Calhoun and Playboy Trey, for being here. And y'all stay tuned. We got a lot more things on the way. Like my folks, man, coming all the way from Kentucky. That's right. Big shout out to OMD, a.k.a. Our Music Dope. This is the number 6 video with jet skis. Let's ride.
Call, just text me. Got somebody, girl, on a jet ski. Always somewhere posted where a check be. I ain't had to ask, she just let me. Hey, she gon' let me fuck cause who I am. I just hit a lick for 5 bands. Hey, nah, we ain't shaking, we ain't can. Hey, little bitch know I'm loaded behind these lens. Hey, nah, we ain't shaking, we ain't can. Hey, little bitch know I'm loaded behind these lens. Hey, nah, we ain't shaking, we ain't can. Hey, little bitch know I'm loaded behind these lenses. Hey, yeah, sipping, I might lag now. Hey, plug through it, thankful that it touched down. Hey, I be by myself, ain't no trust round. Hey, I cannot get caught up with no bust down. Hey, my little shawty walk up and he bustin'. I just want that money, keep that touchin'. Hey, niggas wildin', they ain't up to something. Hey, bitch just tryna fuck me out in public. Hey, keep tryna just call, just text me. Got somebody, girl, on a jet ski. Always somewhere posted where a check be. I ain't had to ask, she just let me. Hey, she gon' let me fuck cause who I am. I just hit a lick for 5 bands. Hey, nah, we ain't shaking, we ain't can. Hey, little bitch know I'm loaded behind these lenses. Hey, nah, we ain't shaking, we ain't can. Hey, little bitch know I'm loaded behind these lens. Hey, nah, we ain't shaking, we ain't can. Hey, little bitch know I'm loaded behind these lens.
My wrist water, tiki bar, but bitch, I'm running to a check. Princess cuss, my diamonds bust. If you ain't know this, river gets. Shorty boo, so we be vibing, she be mobbing with the set. Took that bitch up out the PJs, put her on the private jet. Hey, if she callin', I won't answer, better text me. Ferragamo on my waist, but don't arrest me. You can catch me somewhere posted where a check be. Ballin' hard, I think a nigga need a SB.
You are watching a master at work.
Nine times out of 10. I got niggas I'll probably never see again. No matter the problem, I promise that we gon' win. We gon' win. First one to switch up, the one you call friends. Got no friends. 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. I got niggas I'll probably never see again. No matter the problem, I promise that we gon' win. We gon' win. First one to switch up, the one you call friends. 9 times out of 10. Wishing on my downfall, better wish again. Look at how many young niggas dying, I'm seeing it. Ain't got time for the bullshit, I let it go with the wind. Came from the songs, I was right with them hooligan. Before I ever trip, I tied my shoe again. Now the real homie, I ain't got too many friends. Get the boy slipping on God, we gon' do me. Get the boy slipping on God, we gon' do me. Brand new religion, I keep this shit true again. I was told what it won't fall, won't bend. Ran out the money, I swear I don't know what to do again. I pray for all of my niggas, cause 9 times out of 10. I got niggas I'll probably never see again. No matter the problem, I promise that we gon' win. We gon' win. First one to switch up, the one you call friends. Got no friends. 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. I got niggas I'll probably never see again. No matter the problem, I promise that we gon' win. We gon' win. First one to switch up, the one you call friends. 9 times out of 10. Thought you was solid until you show otherwise. Look me in my eyes, still told me lies. If you ain't with me, then you on the other side. If you ain't with me, then you on the other side. I know they gon' hate on me, baby, just wait on me. I know they gon' plot cause they see I got cake on me. Bitch, I got cake like a motherfucking bakery. You know the name and the fate, no mistaking me. Forever I ride with the gang, you know I'm all in. I get some niggas I probably never see again. I pray the Lord forgive all my sins. 'Cause 9 times out.
And we're back. Yes, that was our number 5 video with 9 times out of 10. Big Javi. Shout out to the baby boy, man. 4 Reasons Own. That's actually who me and Playboy Trey were actually just talking about. He's actually managed by Playboy Trey. So, no, we didn't set that up in any kind of way. That's just the way that the countdown fell. So, shout out to Big Javi and everybody over there at 4 Reasons. You know we love you. All right, so we're about to get into one of my favorite segments. This is called Dump It or Pump It. Now, this is the segment where artists who, you know, may just be working on a project or they're trying to decide what should be their next single. So, you know, I get a lot of submissions. As a radio personality, of course, people are always like, Shay, can you play on the radio? Or what do you think about this and this and that? So, you know what? Everybody was on my case the whole coronavirus pandemic that we were stuck in the house. Shay, you need to do live music reviews. And I'm like, no. I got something a lot more debonair, a little bit more special for you. You know, I don't like to follow the mode. I like to do my own thing. So instead of doing long, drawn-out 3-hour sessions where we listen to all these artists' music and we give critiques and all that, I'm going to make it very, very special and very, very personal. So right here, live on Kudos with Shay Star, we have a segment called Dump It or Pump It, and this is where I pick 2 artists who I've actually got wind of because of those long, drawn-out music review sessions, and I actually gave them a chance to, you know, just put their work on display. So our first artist that we're going to hear from tonight comes from one of my favorites. He goes by the name of Bossman King, followed up by my guy Darren Vande. So we're going to go ahead and get to the music real quick and make sure you guys let me know, should we dump it or pump it? That's right.
Girl, you got a body of a got it. And ooh, you know I like it. Don't stop, girl, keep going. Don't stop, girl, keep going. And I'ma keep pushing some more. You made me lose control. And if you got a man, then leave him alone. 'Cause he can't do nothing I done. And we just going to have fun. And I just want to pop buns. Don't stop, girl, keep going. Don't stop, girl, keep going. Don't stop, girl, keep going. And I'ma keep pushing some more. You got me wanna leave the one I love. You got me like a Venus on a drug. I'm something like a dog that just need love. I could be your captain, you be my boat. And I will go to your ocean for you. Now live and bring you the moon. Long as you keep it wet for me, girl. And just get this shit. Girl, I wanna get you wet. Girl, I wanna make you sweat. Your body's nothing regular. So I'm about to break you up. Oh, na na, oh, na. 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 Girl, I wanna get you wet. Girl, I wanna make you sweat. Your body's nothing regular. So I'm about to break you up. Oh, na na.
Let me get you down for the summer. Girl, your body look better when I call you. If we start up and I be the drama. If you want man, I can be the runner. Let me pick you up in the summer. Take you to the beach and make you see the Daytona. I got so much memories, I wanna come tell you my secrets. You got me calling up your phone, I want you next to me. Girl, if you run away, I'll find you back for summer. I know it's hot girl season, but I want you to be my lover.
want you. Yeah. Oh, I don't want you. I just want you. Yeah. You got me running back again. Yeah. Need to send me back to it.
Our Dump It or Pump It segment. That was our Dump It or Pump It segment. We are live back right here on CPTV Networks. It's your girl Shay Star. Kudos with Shay Star. So we're live right now. Big shout out to Mr. Mint on the live. Mr. Jeremy Minty done pulled up on me again. You know what I'm talking about? So right now we're live on IG. You know, this is how we do the voting process for Dump It or Pump It. So I need you guys, if you are live, if you liked both of the songs that we just played, I need hearts. 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 Hearts, hearts, hearts. So are we dumping those? Are we pumping those? What are we doing? Oh, wait a minute. The hearts are exploding. Come on. Give me more. More fire. More fire. More fire. More fire. More fire. Okay, so I think the people have spoken. So we're going to add both of those songs right there to our DJ blast. So let me go ahead and explain this to you guys how this works. Dump It or Pump It works simply like this. I pick two really, really dope songs from two really dope artists. I play it here live for you. Then I go straight to my IG, straight to the Facebook, and I just ask, should we dump it or pump it? Now, if they decide that we're going to dump it, then I'm going to have to send my folks back to the drawing board and tell them try again. But if it's something that you would order off iTunes, or if it's something that you yourself would even want, you know, to play around the house or while you cruising, you know, in the Beamer with the drop top, let me know. And right now, it looks like the people are loving both of the songs. It was definitely a Caribbean vibe today. So big shout out to Boss Man King and Darren Vonday. Brand new singles, testing it out right here live on Kudos with Shay Star. So this is what happens. If everybody says we're going to pump it, I am personally going to email each one of the songs. So I need all the cover art. I need all the details to 500 of my personal DJs, their radio DJs, their club DJs, their traveling DJs, touring DJs, and I also have a couple of my favorite record executives on that list as well. So if you guys want to be a part of the Dump It or Pump It segment, make sure you hit me up. Kudos with shaystar@gmail.com, and make sure you are following Kudos with Shay Star on Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere else. So we're going to go ahead and go to a commercial break, have a couple of words from our sponsors, and when we come back, you already know what time it is. We're going to mix it up and turn it up with the one and only DJ AD, baby. It's Coalition DJ's own right here on Kudos with Shay Star.
Message. I don't know about you guys, but I am super excited for Kudos with Shay Star, brought to you by My Life Entertainment and ShayStar.com, exclusively on CEPTV Network. I'm talking top 10 countdown from some of your favorite artists all across the globe. But guess what? This is the kicker. You guys choose who'll be number one. So please make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel, Shay Star TV, and also make sure you log on to ShayStar.com for all information on how you can pick who will be number one in the top 10 video countdown. It's Kudos with Shay Star.
My name is Jamal Burt, and I'm the owner and CEO of EBO Educational Services. We're a full-service tutoring and test prep company. We do everything from calculus to counting, from phonics to Shakespeare. We also are very big on SAT, ACT prep for college prep, ASVAB testing, and GED testing as well. Whatever has to do academics that you need to get through or get past, we help you through.
I loved building relationships with students and helping kids just grow, learn that there's more to life than just keeping good grades, but it's about building who you are as a person.
One student to one tutor. We don't have a class or a small group of kids, so undivided attention is given to that one child.
I was a teacher for a while, and I was in the classroom seeing that these kids were not getting as much as they could possibly get, and they weren't learning in a way that was really getting to them and really reaching them. So after I left the classroom, I was actually going to leave education for a while because I got so disenchanted with the system. But I decided that in the meantime, so that I could find something else, let me just put a sign on the corner for tutoring. And the phone started ringing, and here it is 10 years later, and it hasn't stopped ringing since.
Break them off.
Goddamn, God. They don't pick them up. I'ma roll it up, watch it up.
Hey, AD.
I'm with my partners, my dogs. Let's celebrate. Let's pop some bottles. Let's have a bottle. Yes, I'm a dog. I ain't chasing no cat. I be chasing these rats. And I keep dropping the smash. To make the love, say that. Tell your little boy to start calling me dad.
Hey,
Me and you ain't even close. Talk about one player
cute or
that
whatever.
real. I swear they do the most.
Off top, I'm bossed up. You ain't talking money, don't talk us. I'm steady stacking that guac up. Ball harder than you when I'm locked up. You type jet pop up when rolling that got mine growing like grapevines in the backyard.
Listen, DJs.
I pull up, hop out, bam, jet pop out. Hey, better watch out. Steer around with that block out. My style's mean till it's hostile. 100 aggressive dog, come check your dog. Spend a couple mil, no stress at all. Big bank roll, no checks at all. FYI, I'm flexing, y'all. Game A1 professional. You small ball like golf balls. I basketball, go ask your bra. Tell her it's open sesame. Abracadabra, she for me. Like Tada. While I Gucci, Louis,
Listen, DJs.
DJ AD.
I mean, he cute or whatever.
Beat the pop, beat the pop, oh. Bad, walking out with bags at the stove. Stripper girl shaking up on the pole. Yeah, beat the pop, beat the pop, oh. Bad, walking out with bags at the stove. Stripper girl shaking up on the pole.
This that gon' make your act different. She wanna shoot my children. I can't work no corporate job. I'll just put my yard. Tryna knock me out my pivot. What the is you doing? I might in a white tee and some patchy on. I need a big old backwood. Let me roll it up your butt. Come pull up. She underhand on the side while she like she doing pull-ups. This type of shit to make you call jewelers. Like tell them time to the check up. With my bitch at, I need a I'm trying to beat the nickel. This ain't y'all. She love me the most. She love me the most. She love me the most. Can't have her back, cause we done got close. So we done got close, cause we done got close. This ain't y'all. She love me the most. She love me the most. She love me the most. Can't have her back, cause we done got close.
Listen, DJs.
She told me smack her on the booty. She said I got too many. She said I got too many shows. But she twerking. 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 But she twerking.
Hey yo, it's the beauty with the bars, Marley Blue, and I'm checking in with the sexiest DJ I know, DJ AD.
Hey, AD.
Pop it, just a starter. Pop it, 2 cups of purple, just a warm up. 2 cups, drink. I heard you, she got that water. Splash, drip, splash. Slippery, excuse me, please me. Believe me. Get beat, cause I'm flexing Rarries. You can bet on me.
I mean, he cute or whatever.
Listen, DJs.
MP3wax.com. We break records.
I get it right. I get it wide, I get the party lit outside. I get it crunk, I get it wide, I get the party lit outside. We don't get no, we don't get no, we don't get no, we don't get no. Out in public, and we run. Out in public, and we run. Get right. I got too many diamonds on, I look awesome. Ice. Get right. Yeah, after I hit you, he need a walker. Get right. I done shoot them problems off, now I'm bossing. Get right. Yeah, stack the money tall, back the flowers. Lately I've been chasing paper, chasing guap. Yeah. Lately I've been feeling like the hater cop.
Coalition DJs, you dig? Coalition DJs!
DJ AD.
I mean, he cute or whatever.
Put it in your face, you can't resist. So good you wanna pay for it. That's why you call me your little favorite. That's why I always be a little favorite.
Hey,
I got what he
AB.
wants and he know it. Spend time on his surf, yeah, he focused. I keep it so wet that he floating. I ride it, he rockin', we rollin'. So you've been waiting all day for this. Put it in your face, you can't resist. So then you wanna pay for it. That's why you
DJ
call me
AD.
your
I mean,
little
he cute or
favorite.
whatever.
I got this joint forming in my bones. You and me took over my soul. Understand? I couldn't breathe if he ever said, get on my knees till they bloody red.
Coalition DJs!
She know I'm nasty. Yeah. She like when I pull it out and I put it all over her cheeks. Like, And she don't gotta ask me. Come on. Yeah, I want head before we fucking, I want it nasty. She like when I tell her to spit on. Like, I get that mouth and I sit on the couch and I make her sit on it. Let's go. Yeah, I was that little nigga that could take from his big homie. Especially if she flexible, I flex. I take both her legs and I put them behind her head like she a press. Then I pick her up and I slam her down on her head like I'm a wrestler. Like, trying to kill her. Call the ambulance, get a stretch. This why he ain't at home. She got them pics of me in her phone. That man a fool if he don't leave, cause can't leave it alone. She call me.
MP3wax.com. We break records.
Hey, AB.
Nobody solve it. You can keep hating, I'm popping regardless. He wanna be like Megan Thee Stallion. Don't want your nigga cause I want his daddy. I like to switch up my style every week. I gotta switch up my hair every day. I ain't no hope, but I do be on going. I promise my niggas gon' love me the same. I'm a hot girl, don't try it at home. I wear the shit that be showing my thong. I like to drink and I like to have sex. Hop the news that's cutting the checks. Dance on the now you been served. I like a with a little bit of curve. Hit this book with an uppercut. Call that Captain Hook. I go shopping, want it, then I pop it. Ayy, yeah, bitches poppin'. I do what they copy. Ayy, look, he's a sweetie. Kiss it when he get it. Ayy, yeah, know it's good.
Coalition DJs! Coalition DJs!
DJ AD.
I mean, he cute or whatever.
Shawty thick. We get a friend together. That's a sis. I heard you hit her raw. You taking rich. And she a thot. You with this she gon' go. With the bro. She a secret. Just on the low. I ain't tricking at all. I ain't spending no dough. Won't catch me on no blogs. Ain't linked to no. I'm low.
Pop out at your party, I'm with the gang, and this gon' be a robbery. So tuck your chain, I'm a killer girl, I'm sorry, but I can't change. We ain't aiming for your body, shots hit your brain. We come from poverty, man, we ain't have a thing. It's a lot of animosity, but they won't say my name. Them killers rock with me, little don't get banged, cause they'll do that job for me while I hop on the plane. She don't like her body, left the doctor with a new shape, blowing up my phone, she just see me with my new babe. Heartbreaker ladies love me like I'm Cool J. She was trying to cling on to it.
I mean,
too late.
he cute or
With the flight to
whatever.
Cali, rocks and condoms in my suitcase. And every single dollar in these bands got a blue face. Diamonds in the rollie, they ain't 80 like it's Blu-ray. The way that I've been ballin' should make it
Coalition DJs!
CH, cause that's what you gon' call me when I'm trippin' anyway. You know you can't control me, baby. You need a real one in your life. The this ain't gon' give it to you right. I'd rather be your man.
TH, cause that's what you gon' call me when I'm tripping anyway. You know you can't control me, baby. You need a real one in your life.
DJ AD.
I mean, he cute or whatever.
A love letter came through the mail. It said I miss you. I ripped it up and flushed with the tissue. Try to forget you. I ain't got nothing against you. We human, we all got issues, but I'm tired of being tired. That part of me done died. I see it, then I don't act like I'm blind. I'm confident it won't be one of mine. No emotions come with lies, so I tell the truth all the time. Ain't got no sympathy for no. I admit that I'm rich and I'm lit. Jumping up on stages, I get 200 occasions. I ain't really the game or we made the shut they trap down. They see how I made it, I'm the reason they won't rap now. See me out in traffic, make a
Hey, AD.
What y'all know about a supermodel? Fresh out of Elle magazine. Buy her own bottles. Look, pimp juice, I keep it running. Bad than a mother. Oh, nah. You're a bad girl. Baby, if you're a bad players, when you see me, act like you know me. I keep $1 worth of dimes. You know, pimping ain't easy. For all my chicks in the club, who knows how to cut a rug? If you're a bad girl,
DJ AD.
I mean, he cute or whatever.
Go ahead, do it now. Show me number 4. Show me number 4. I got you. Drop back on 100. I got you. Ready? Yo, it's world famous DJ AD. Follow me on the Instagram right now, man, at DJ AD Baby. All letters, all one word, at DJ AD BABY. Follow me, I will follow you back, man. Shout out to Coalition DJs. Shout out to Power 107.1. Shout out to Shay Star. Kudos with Shay Star. Right now we got the song number 4, video number 4, Trap Beckham. 100. You know what it is, man. Kudos with Shay Star.
100. 100. 100. 100. 100. Everywhere I go, I keep it 100. 100 niggas with me, all of them keep it 100. Hundreds in my pocket, try and make another 100. 100 bitches on my line, they fucking for 100. I'ma need 100 hundreds, and you better keep them coming. Pocket full of money, bout to throw them at your woman. I got niggas in the dungeon when I catch that shit 100. Free all of my dog, this is never what we wanted. Gotta keep that shit 100, I ain't really with the front. I ain't tryna kick it, I ain't really with the pun. I got bitches who 100, all they do is get their money. She a bad bitch, I'm just tryna get that 100. I might pull up in the foreign, fucking match it, hit 100. Poli put me over, ticket cost a couple hundred. I got a favorite number and that number is 100. And you don't keep it 100 if it ain't about them 100. Better 100, nigga, everywhere I go I keep it 100. 100 niggas with me, all of them keep it 100. Hundreds in my pocket, try and make another 100. 100 bitches on my line, they fucking for 100. I'm 100, nigga, everywhere I go I keep it 100. 100 niggas with me, all of them keep it 100. Hundreds in my pocket, try and make another 100. 100 bitches on my line, they fucking for 100. Tryna stack up all the money till a nigga turn 100. 100 reasons why my people asking me for something. 100 motherfuckers gotta feed 100 stomachs. Headed to the top, I got 100 niggas coming. Tell me what you hollering about if you ain't hollering about 100. Talking about you about to do it, we already done it. I remember bitches frontin', now they talk about they want it. She asked me for the D, I told that bitch that it's 100. I be stunned by it all, I'm a dog with the 100. 100 days, 100 nights, we gon' get them hundreds. All I see is blue, thumbing through all these hundreds. 100 things that I gotta do.
it 100, nigga. Everywhere I go, I keep it 100. 100 niggas with me, all of them keep it 100. Hundreds in my pocket, tryna make another 100. 100 bitches on my line, they fucking for 100. I'm a 100 nigga. Everywhere I go, I keep it 100. 100 niggas with me, all of them keep it 100. Hundreds in my pocket, tryna make another 100. 100 bitches on my line, they fucking for 100.
Yeah. I can tell you right now, this is gonna be the one they skip.
I'm about to switch it up on y'all real quick.
Yeah. I like the way this feels.
They don't want us in America.
Talk that. They ain't gonna like this one, man. This is gonna be the one they skip, but you know what? I'm okay with that. It's my turn to talk now. Look. Black father, yeah. Black mother, yeah. King jeans with a cursed skin color. That's right. We still suffer from post-traumatic stress. That's just part of the package of having a darker flesh. Today I may lose a couple of fans, but fuck it, at least they know where I stand. That's real. Respect should never be a request. That's something that I demand. Just as a black man, I'm your best ball player, your fastest runner, your highest jumper, your school teacher, your mailman, and your plumber. Your car breaking, I'm probably be your mechanic. Yet you feel I'm inferior. I fail to understand it. Fuck a pistol, my potential is my biggest weapon. But you know that already, and that's why you feel threatened. Historically, I have achieved the impossible, and it's starting to bother you. It makes you uncomfortable. Well, sorry, I'm not your sofa, sir, I'm a soldier. Them days and niggas being afraid it's over. The spirit of Brother Malcolm is roaming in me. I'm swinging back if they hit me, my nigga, this ain't the 6th. Imagine if Rolling 60s team up with Pyru. That's a Black Panther movement part 2. Bunch of young black youth recruited as students of Huey Newton and Fred Hampton, passing these shoes down to their grandsons. I speak nothing but truth, so kill the lies. That oppressed spirit is still inside. Fuck all the genocide. I need y'all to keep that same energy when it's time to aim at the enemy. Is you feeling me?
And for the record, fuck 12, the only swine I like is bacon, but you don't feel me though. I say most of them racist. I'm being instructed by the puppet master to shoot like Curry at dog pigmentation. Ken Walker's family deserves an explanation. Yeah. I'm sure Eric Gardner's family appreciate the compensation, but that money won't replace him. Nah, look, they murking us across the nation for Nathan. That's if we ain't murking each other over some basic bullshit we go through on a regular basis. Pull quick on your partner doing them fucks a favor. Keep your sticks, just don't use them on your neighbor. We may need them, shit real out here. The revolution could start this evening, and I ain't preaching. But some say I teach cause I rhyme with reason. And real shit is what I'm speaking. So fuck what they say.
The crackers get a bail out, and all we get is another motherfucking jailhouse.
And we're back. Hey, y'all, what's up? It's your girl, Shay Star. Kudos with Shay Star. We're still up in this thing. Big shout out to DJ AD Baby for coming through and mixing it up live. You guys make sure you follow him at DJ AD Baby. And all my ladies, you got to make sure you add the tagline. You know, he cute or whatever. I don't know. That's what he said. But it's like, no. Shout out to Coalition DJs definitely in the building. Power 107.1. Macon Family, Middle Georgia, for show. I know you guys were probably like super stunned by that last video. Definitely want to say a big shout out to Trap Beckham for coming in number 4 with 100. He was actually live with us on the set last week, and you know he's still on the countdown. So shout out to everybody who voted to keep him live. But what about that world premiere? OMG! Big shout out to Mark Hall. You can hit him up on Instagram at Mark Hall of Fame. That song, They Don't Want Us in America? Wowzers. Just the real live footage. Let's talk about this, okay? The video actually wasn't supposed to drop until next week, but because of everything that's been going on with the protests and the pandemic, of course, Mark and his team actually went out and they got real deal, real-time footage of the protests and everything that was going on. So definitely a big shout out to him for falling right in line. You know, timing is everything, right? For sure. So if you guys been paying attention to the promo, you know that we still have some more power in the building. That's right. He goes by the name of Rich Homie Monte, but you know, most people don't really know the people behind the scenes. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to some and present to others, Monte.
Yeah, what's happening?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? All that good drip and all that good old knowledge you be dropping all over the Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? I'm about to call the homie up. I want you to come sit down on the couch with me and have a real conversation, transform some of that energy from, you know, the Instagram platform to another, because you be saying a lot of powerful stuff. People might cry after they say it, but you know what I'm saying?
It's all in the grays up here.
Yeah, the grays are real. And the funny part about it is he's nowhere near the age of 40. That's just a whole lot of wisdom that you see right there on the top of his head.
It's just hereditary.
Oh, well, you know, it adds to the flavor, you know, of Monte.
I love it.
Yeah,
Well, let's talk. Let's
what's
have a conversation.
on? Where you been at? Are you coronavirus free? Praise the Lord.
I'm coronavirus free.
Okay, cool. You know
don't
what?
mean nothing to me.
Don't play.
Yeah, I'm coronavirus free. I've been up under a rock.
No, like no cap. Like,
always and forever.
That's just your motion anyway.
You gonna see me on Instagram. That's it. That's on like 3
Pandemic
minutes. I'm gonna
or
make me a video, motivate me some people, and I'm going back doing what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
Up under a good rock.
For people who don't know you, you know, personally, who is Monte?
I'm Monte. If you want to know the other side of me that I don't care to share with people all times, I'm a industry manager, entrepreneur, coach, life coach, motivator, and just a dude from the streets of Atlanta.
You know, he said that's so humble, you know.
I'm a very humble person, and I think that really does come from what I come from, you know what I mean? So I don't really feel like I have no grounds to toot my own horn. You know what I'm saying? I come from it, so you know.
All of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know.
In the projects, a lot of people that know the history of Atlanta. I'm from Techwood Homes. Mama from Jonesboro North. So we come out the bricks, out the sticks. So a lot of times when I look at what I came from, it just humbled me down and what I done been through. Now about 15 years ago, I was turned.
A little different.
Yeah, I was turned. I had me a little paper, couldn't tell me nothing. My hood background. But you know, life experiences will humble you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You'll be humbled by it. You know, and some people get humbled by their success. The industry humbled me too. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I've actually heard that put like that, and to be in a position, you know, that you're in, and for you to still be able to have that level of humility is really one reason why I connected with you. You know, I've just watched, you know, you grind, of course. You know, I'm fans of the people that you manage. So, you know, you kind of, and then when you're on my side of the industry, the media side, of course, we have to be a little bit more in tune, not just with the artist or the music. It's really the relationships with the people behind the scenes, such as yourself, you know. And, you know, you've showed up for me, you know, a couple of times when I've asked you to pull up. You're here tonight.
Always
you know,
will.
And I love you for that. You know, you always have 5 minutes for me when I see you, and I so appreciate you for that. But I follow you, and I really pay attention to the things that you say, and, you know, outside of the industry and all of that, but you're just super freaking aware of what's going on, you know? And I love the way that you use your platform to educate the people who might, you know, followed because they're chasing a dream or whatever, and think that you might be the person to put them in that position. But the fact that you utilize that to educate them about just life is so much more important than
that's what's humbling to me, because I remember in 2010, like 2008, a lot of people don't know my family was in the music industry before me. So when Quan first decided he wanted to rap, I didn't decide I was gonna go to family first. I always been a grinder, like even from the streets to this and that. I always wanted to be different, cause I come from a conglomerate of dudes that's all the same. So I took and I hit the streets myself. I got a notepad and I just would the same way. We didn't have Instagram then. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have social media. We had MySpace.
Yeah,
it was just popping off. And then Facebook was only if you was in college.
We the same age, so yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
right
that
there.
means, so I'm like,
that was it.
I had to reach out to people, and people would slam doors in my face, like slam doors in my face. So, and I knew how I felt at that time. I felt like if L.A. Reid or one of them people gave me a shot, that my life was gonna change, or his life was gonna change. So when people come at me now, my first thing to them be, I'm gonna keep it pure with you, bro. I can't save your life. I'm not your life savior. I'm not your God. Like, I don't like for people to look at me like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know I can push buttons and make certain phone calls, I still don't like for people to look at me like that. So
that's real.
It's the difference in having 3 artists that I work with and 100. It's the difference, because as soon as you tell somebody you gonna help them, they literally, you gotta look at what you're doing to that person. They anxiety go up, and you don't have no room for error.
And the timer is taken away.
The minute you do it, they could say one bar you like, and you like, hey bro, I'm gonna help you. And it's like, oh shit, I made it. And then you got all this pressure on you. So I don't really like, I work very well up under pressure, but I don't like self-inflicted pressure. So I stay away from that. And that's what humbled me. And that's what I decided I was going to do on social media. Like, 5-6 years ago, you pick I hated social media. So I was like, you know what I'm going to do on here? You know what I'm saying? And at that point, it was like, I was coaching baseball. I was like, shit, I'm going to motivate. And that's what I've been doing ever since.
Well, when you're in a position of management, that kind of resonates with who you are just as a person. You know what I mean? Because like you said, you can go from the stage to the coaching field and still probably get the same gratification, because what you're doing is you're putting your life's work back into somebody else, teaching them and showing them the process and how to move throughout. So how do you just stay intact with yourself when you're giving so much of yourself to other people?
It's the hardest part of me. If you follow me, you can see sometimes I have my moments. And a lot of my quotes that come out, they real. Like, it's how I really feel. So that's what makes some of my DMs, and that's what make my social media so powerful.
Yeah.
Because that's really me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna get on there and vent or put my personal life out there, but I do give everything that I'm attached to, all of me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in order to have that particular balance, like when I'm working with somebody, it's where my success came from, because I put my all into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it ain't right, I ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I truly believe in, believe when somebody show you who they are, believe them. So I show people who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Early.
Here we go right off the bat. Whether it's dating, music, whatever, like, hey, I don't like that. So we can keep it there. Hey, this ain't gonna work, so we can take it that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's, to answer your question, it's just, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I do give, give a lot of me. Yeah.
So much.
A lot of me. Like you say, anybody ask me to do something, I do it. I never, Ron Viper called me the other day, he doing something, and a lot of people don't even know who Ron Viper is.
I was going to say, when you say names, folks don't know. They probably somebody.
Yeah, DJ down at my uncle club, man. He was just like, man, I need you to come talk to the people, man. So many people be asking, who I know and this and that. And he was like, how much you going to charge me? And I was like, bro, I ain't going to charge you nothing. Like, if you want to give me something, that's on you. But I do so much, you know what I'm saying? Whereas people that's in my shoes, that's probably feel like they even in these shoes, these some big ass shoes to fill. You know what I'm saying? It's like, as humble as I can say it, I got 10 plaques on my wall at home. We talking about streams now. I'm close to $1 billion in sales. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
talk about it.
Okay. It's like when you done been down that road, you have to humble yourself and be like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna do everything that I see artists and other people don't want to do, because I teach my little brothers, which are the artists that I work with. I try to teach them humbleness. Like, when you get in this game, people looking at you in a certain manner. So hey, carry yourself a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You ain't never too big for people. Like, I'm always in the streets. Like, I'm touchable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never lived that life or feel like I'm untouchable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always out.
No, and you are. You are accessible, but in a very humbling way. Like you said, the best way we could say that is super humble. You're accessible, but I've also learned about you. You're accessible to who you fuck with too.
That's it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So let's not say that very loosely. Yes, he's very accessible, but he's accessible to the people that he fool with. You know what I'm saying? And that is what I saw from the outside looking in. The people that you do find that time to be accessible to, because I don't just see you out everywhere. I see you at certain things.
Yeah.
And, you know, at certain times. So
when I made that statement, I be in the hood.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, where I'm from, certain places, you know what I'm saying? You gonna pop up and see me. But you right, like I do shit for certain people. But if I'm asked to do something, I feel like it's gonna be beneficial to somebody that's there.
Yeah.
Not even just you. Like it might, if I feel like I could touch somebody at that particular moment, I'm gonna go do it.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
what has been like the journey for you? Because you know, of course, this is Kudos with Shay Star. So the reason why we do this is to give people like yourself who don't normally get those kudos, because you know you manage, you know, your list is very particular, you know. Rich Homie Quan, Jacquees, you know, we're just gonna throw it out there, whatever. How do you take artists that are throwing themselves at you all the time? How do you decide who you're gonna give that time and that accessibility to?
I got an artist by the name of Danny B. That I signed 2 years ago. And he was the first one out. Matter of fact, I'm lying. I had signed 2 more artists, Jaquandis and Sean Hendricks, were signed to me. And I took and I look at the hunger, the fight, and can I relate to this particular person through what they talking about? Like I'm not into what a lot of people into when it comes to an artist, and I get a lot of that from Quan being like right there with me since he was 13 years old.
Yeah.
So the passion, the hunger, and the work ethic that I watched him put into it, I look at that in a lot of other people. So if you can't even work that hard or harder,
yeah,
and I know what we got out of that, it's like I can't really deal with you.
I love
because
that.
I feel like it's millions of talented people. I'm one myself. A lot of people don't realize that I wear many hats. I'm very talented, musically, sports, athletically, all of the above. So when you're dealing with talent is something that we all have. You know what I'm saying? In a particular form of fashion. Music is something that I could teach or anybody could be taught.
Right.
But it's a talent that you have to have, and I don't like rappers or singers. I like artists. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm picking somebody that I want to work with, and I've worked with hundreds of people that I just didn't even sign. Like I consult with a lot of different people. Like if I can make me some money, I'm gonna make me some money. If I can make a plug, I'm gonna make a plug. It's one of them things, it's just all in the appearance. It's like something that Usher told me years ago when he sang Justin Bieber. He was like, when he opened his mouth, I knew he was a star.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I look for superstardom in people. Like my artist I got now, Danny B, he a superstar. He probably, once he get to his peak, he probably the biggest artist I ever been in work with.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? And it made me feel, it give me jitterbugs to see that what we going through now. It make it in the industry way harder now.
Yeah.
Because if I had the tools and everything I had back then, it's a different story. Right now, we living in this internet world, and he just one of them people that's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, yeah, I just like to pick people that's like-minded. If you ain't got the same hustle, the same grind, and if you don't come from a pure place, I can't deal with you. I don't care how much money I'm gonna make. I done turned down some kids that the next day they go sign for 10 million, 20 million. But the energy just don't be right. I'm a big old energy person.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Talk about it. Oh my gosh. You know, it's and in this industry, especially now, like you said, that just doesn't come in abundance anymore. You know, because people have lost the hunger, they've lost the passion, they've lost the drive, because they expect that because you've made a Rich Homie Quan or you've worked with a Jacquees that, you know, now Danny B needs to turn into that overnight. And it's like, how do you get past that? You know, it's like, guys, come on. It took Prince and Madonna and them years to become who they are. Just because the internet is there don't mean it's going to happen for you overnight.
The biggest part to that is, and I get this from Corey, which is my partner, which is Quan Dad. We say it all the time.
Shout out to the fam for sure.
Is you see my glory, but you don't know my story.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got an opportunity to see us stand up with shirts off and diamonds and
bottles in the club.
they got an opportunity to see that part, but nobody got a chance to see us sleeping on the sofa.
Yeah.
Breaking codes and stealing software for Quan to record on Pirate Box in 2008. Nobody knew the real blood, sweat, and tears that really was put into this. All they knew is this kid popped up, quote unquote, and he was popping.
Yeah.
But they don't know about the times we was creating. See, back then it would have been internet beef. We was like, man, fuck this. We want it so bad. We gonna just diss T.I. You know what I'm saying? Like, just for you to be heard. This was 10 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, in 2013, 2012, when we pop on the scene, we had been doing this since 2008. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just one of them things to where people gonna see your, you know, they gonna see your glory, but they not gonna know your story. It's the same thing with me. Like, a lot of people like to judge and think they know you just off of what they see. And it's cool, but when I start telling my story, it's way more in depth than anybody can ever even imagine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or what you could explain on 1 minute on Instagram.
Can't
you
do
know?
it.
Yeah, absolutely. For real.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I started my podcast, because I was like, you know what, I just wanted to bring this pure shit to people, because it's hard to captivate people and get them to really want to hear something that's meaningful to them. Like, everybody want to turn to these artists. I be around all them niggas. Like, that shit be fabricated. I ain't with that shit. Like, everybody street. I don't want to put that out here to the people. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's something bigger than the streets. Even though I had to come through that, I had to come through it. You know what I'm saying? But it's still shit that's bigger than it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And you know, how have you been able to navigate through, you know, just life? And you know, you see what's going on right now. You know, it's like, wow, first we're struck with the pandemic, and then shortly after that, now we're dealing with the social injustice, which has always been a factor, but we're all sitting at home looking at the same TV screen, so it's like amplified 10,000 times to your face. You have no choice but to acknowledge it at this point. How, as a black man, you know, in this society, coming from the Techwood projects to doing what you're doing now, how have you just evolved even through all of the mess?
I feel like, even with everything that's going on right now, like, I'm a person that believe in, we have culture vultures, and I believe in, you know, society painting a picture for people, and a lot of times I don't blame society, I blame the people in the society. So a lot of times I'm gonna blame my brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna point the finger at nobody else, because even when certain things are put in the forefront for us to do, we don't take the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
I learned when I was a kid that the easiest way to trick a black man was give him something to read. You see what I'm saying? And that I carried that shit throughout my life, because that was something that I learned from a white man that was helping me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not one of them people that could sit here and just, you know, bash this and do this and do that. So when we did come into 2020, where it was time for, you know, the society, the things that been going on forever to come, I was kind of sitting back on, you know, I done went down, I done did a lot of things I do, and I've been working with this stuff for a long time anyway. And I kind of was like, you know, hey, it's the time. But on my platform, I ask people, now that we have everybody's attention, what are we going to do now to keep this thing rolling? And a lot of people don't even know where a lot of the being held down even come from. I ain't gonna use big words. I do that sometimes. But a lot of people don't even know where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many things that's been done culturally to black people that they don't even understand. Welfare, Section 8, you know, all of that certain type of stuff is a way to keep you down, because if I give it to you, you're never gonna go try to search for nothing else.
Keep you in bondage. Y'all better listen up.
You see what I'm saying? So they don't understand that, and we like to just jump around and act like everything is against, when we ain't even putting nothing out in the forefront to even go search for whatever. So, you know, I have a different outlook on it, and, you know, even with the police injustice and all that type of shit, May the 11th, I went through that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I done been through police brutality. I'm here in the flesh to be able to talk about it. I done fought. I caught a case at 16. I got to fight.
Wait a minute. Let's rewind. What now?
Yeah, I've fought polices for being racial towards me. I've been pulled over several times and asked, why am I driving this car? Before I was in entertainment, I've made it 11th. I had 2 Clayton County police try to pull me out the car. I pushed both of them. Like, y'all gonna have to hurt me, but y'all ain't gonna just treat me any kind of way. So, you know, when it come to a lot of this stuff that's going on, I sit back and I have to be humble.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, man, this shit been going on, but I always feel like, what can we do to fix it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now we at that point, you know what I'm saying, economically, socially, to where everybody, you know, some people doing it because they care, some people doing it because they want attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But more people need to just really be into what's really going on.
And I think that that's exactly what maybe this particular season is about, is just creating that narrative. So now that we all see it, we can't just sweep it under the rug no more. We can't turn a blind eye to it. It's like bam in your face.
It's
like
there.
Every day, every 5 seconds, that's all you see. So how can you ignore it? And it's exposing a lot of people as well.
Yeah.
People who we thought was, you know,
The
in
solid
cahoots.
ones, the solidaire ones.
Yeah. So when you see that, or maybe sometimes it could just be the lack of intellect, the lack of knowledge. How do you deal with those people, you know, moving forward?
The people we go back to my platform, is knowledgeable. Just get on there and listen. I ain't trying to talk like Tip and go left field on you. I'm you. I'm here. I can relate to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't suffer with some things. I had ADHD growing up, all type of shit. So I get on there and I just try to give people certain knowledge in the simplest form. Because if you understand where all this come from, if we had to go back into the heritage, even if we go into history, which I don't like to talk about history because history is his story.
Yes, that
everybody
part.
got a different one. But if we go back to the reason that a lot of this stuff was even created, from the Europeans coming over, creating all of this, to slavery, to all of the above, the black man was always supposed to be kept from having certain knowledge because we had power.
Yes.
So when you dig into it now, and I get so many people want to jump around and act stupid, I'm like, look, bro, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You need to make yourself more knowledgeable. And a lot of us lack patience. See, without patience, it's impossible to have knowledge. You see what I'm saying? It's impossible. You know what I mean? And I learned that when math was my favorite subject. Like, money is my nickname. It's been on me all my life. I started being called money at 2 months old. And in order to get to a certain number, because the numbers never end, it never ends, you got to be able to have patience to sit there and calculate it to get there. Wow. So I learned my patience in so many different, you know, ways and forms and fashion. And I done been down them roads to where I was doors shut in my face because I didn't have knowledge of what it took to get on the other side of it. You know what I'm saying?
Patience to obtain the knowledge to find out how to get to the other side.
Yeah. I've been in a label. I went in a label meeting and had to sit in front of a white woman, you know what I'm saying, that had 10 years of schooling. And here I am, a brother that's got a couple months of going through this, and I got to sit in front of her and talk about what she's knowledgeable of.
Right.
And I walked out of that room, and Karen to this day calls me, texts me, and say I ain't never met a brother that just had the patience to see. I dissected everything she was saying as she was going. That's something that I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? And that just come from patience. I tell all my brothers, just have patience. You can learn as you go. Just have patience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When we was growing up, it was you had to sit in front of that book and do what you do. We got the internet now. We got people talking all over the world. We got some of the most powerful people talking to you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I know some people, if a video longer than 60 seconds or 15 seconds, they gone. They don't want to listen. I pull something from, I'm going to talk to the bum, the junkie, the crackhead. I'm going to sit and talk to you. I want to pull some type of knowledge from everybody.
Everybody's experiences teach them things. Life is an experience. So why wouldn't you want to converse with somebody of a different lifestyle or a different walk, a different vision, just so you can have, you know, those intimate moments where you can find yourself in that, you know? And that's just where I feel like we lack, you know, just in our community. Just everybody wants to be better than, you know?
The next, yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, but if we put it together, you know, what Harriet Tubman and people like that didn't happen overnight. It took patience, knowledge, and they came together to do that. And it's like, when can we get back to that? You know?
Even when you speak on Harriet Tubman, a lot of people don't understand her story. A lot of people don't understand how smart that woman was. Like, she had to do her research and find out the places, even though somebody gave her the knowledge, because it's go back to what I said. It could have been, oh, Shay don't know what the hell she talking about because you're not patient enough to listen. Somebody sat her down, told her, hey, do X, Y, Z, which that's what a lot of us don't like to do.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Make a right, and a right. You want to, I'm going to do it on my own, make a left. She made right. Figured out how to get to a place where being black, you could be free. Even back in that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people just don't pay attention. And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest problem that I have with our people. It's like, we don't like to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? We don't like to pay attention, but we like to self-inflict. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have patience, don't always say somebody is against you, because you don't even have the patience to sit and listen to what a person's saying. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of that going on in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of that going on. You know what I'm saying? So me, I've been kind of quiet. I've been talking to certain politicians and doing a lot of stuff on the political side of things, you know, putting my input on how we could restructure and make things different, because a lot of people do come to me, you know what I'm saying, just to pick my brain on how I feel about certain things. And I have done a lot. I have a lot of credentials behind my name. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done been through this. I have criminal justice background, you know, all type of shit like that. So, you know, it's a lot of things that I feel like we just need to do different as a people to help it, you know what I'm saying? But it's so many of us that just angry, you know what I'm saying? And when somebody say something or get their opinion on how they feel, it's, oh, you against? Nah, man, you ain't got to be against your people. But in order to empower my people, and it's one of the things that I take to me in life, even when I'm dealing with females, my daughter, my mama, in order to, and I'm going to use real estate, in order to flip this house and make this house livable and beautiful, I got to tear it down and rebuild it, right? So if I came into your life and I've seen that you were just fucked all the way up, I got to tear you down to build you back up. And a lot of people not aware of that. You know, we live in this space to where, people think everything is negative if I'm not telling you what you want to hear. Facts. I got to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly in order to rebuild you and make you livable. You know what I'm saying? And that's our problem. That's negative. No, it ain't negative. It's very positive. It just sounds a negative because it's not what you used to hear.
And it's not what you wanted.
And not what you want to hear.
Yep. You know, and that is the whole purpose of these conversations, is giving people what they don't want to hear, but what they need to hear. And it also gives people a chance to see the perspective from another side. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't get this in 60 seconds on Instagram. So I wanted you to come and speak your piece and put it out there so they can rewind it, watch it over and over and over again. But if we give them any more, they're going to have to pay for that. For real. And this ain't pay-per-view, so, you know, we're not going to do that. But you can subscribe to CPTV Networks in the process, though.
I'm a deep person. I'm deep.
No, it gets even realer. But I just hope that for those of you who weren't familiar with Monte and his work and his mindset, that you now get a little bit more in tune and, you know, reach out to him and have those conversations. We need the dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So if they want to keep up with you and just continue just to, you know, see your growth and, you know, take those jewels and nuggets from you, how can they get in contact with you?
My social media is Rich Homie Monte. Rich Homie Monte, Monta. That's where I'm at. I got a podcast. The podcast is It's Time for Some Pure Shit.
I like it.
I'm there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got a link for my email in there. And I do social mentoring too. You know what I'm saying? So actually got an app that I'm working on to do that, like on some psychological. I got a psychological app that I'm trying to get done. Because there's so many people out here in this world that just need somebody they can talk to. You'll be amazed at how many people just contact me at night in my DM and they just want to talk. And sometimes I'm like, I'll sit and do it, you know. So, Rich Homie Monte, that's me, social media platform. And I'm here.
No, he's literally here in the flesh, but he's a very busy person and he lives far away, so I gotta let him go.
You got me out late.
I know. See what I'm saying? I got folks out past their bedtime, but
yeah, I don't know that shit. I go to sleep by 4, 5.
exactly, because that green light definitely be on. Monte is available. Holla at But no, we're gonna go ahead and get into the number 3 video. But thank you so much, Monte, for coming. And you know, when the craziness is over, we definitely gotta link up. You know.
Nah, I appreciate you for having me, because like you say, the kudos part, like we always, people don't give too many. We don't get a chance to step out from behind the curtains. You know what I'm saying? It's always about what we do. That's always put to the forefront.
That's
Sometimes I be like, damn, hey.
What about me? You know.
But I appreciate y'all for having me.
Of course, kudos to Rich Homie Monte. This is the number 3 video. That's my boy Camo. He came in at number 10 last week. This is Pretty Little Woman. That's right.
Nobody with that ass so fat. Pretty little woman with that ass so fat. Never seen nobody with that ass so fat. Pretty little woman with that ass so fat. Never seen nobody with that ass so pretty little woman with that ass so fat. Never seen nobody with that ass so fat. Pretty little woman with the Cleopatra tat. You tweet me on Twitter, I tweet you back. Don't know shit about you, but that ass so fat. Ain't nothing stop a dog from chasing that cat. This all that medicine me make your brains go splat. I take off your hat and never look back. I'm looking for that devil in that pretty little dress. Better have small breasts when I suck on your chest. Don't trust these hoes, so I sleep in the vest. Pause. And make a cross with my chest. Pause. Before I lay me to rest, you have to live in this world like they make you go to school. So in this fucking world, you gon' always get tests. Always tell my mama I'ma always try my best. Now I'm doing my best to get on for my clique. Got a sign on my dick to say you better suck dick. Pretty little woman with that ass so fat. Never seen nobody with that ass so fat. Pretty little woman with that ass so fat. Never seen nobody with that ass so fat. Pretty little woman with that ass so fat. Never seen nobody with that ass so pretty little woman with that ass so fat. Never seen nobody with that ass so fat. Yeah. I never hit a woman, but I will slap a bitch for digging in that ditch that no she can't fix. The number after 6 equal the number of hoes I get. I bet you wanna know how many hoes I hit. I bet you wanna know how much bread I get. I bet you wanna know how much the gold on my wrist with that go-to pick. So don't be stupid and try to rob this shit. I stay with the clique and I keep me a bitch. I'm married to the game, I would die for this shit. You can keep that bitch, I don't need that shit. My blunts I was slit and put weed in it. Now I'm leaning this shit and I fell in the tits. The pretty little woman with that ass so fit. Pretty little woman with that ass so fat. Never seen nobody with that ass so fat. Pretty little woman with that ass so fat. Never seen nobody with that ass so fat. Pretty little woman with that ass so fat. Never seen nobody with that ass so pretty little woman with that ass so fat. Never seen nobody with that ass so fat. That's 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 so fat. Pretty little woman with that ass so fat.
They say the black man is depreciated. And for the record, fuck 12, the only swine I like is bacon. But you don't feel me though. I say most of them racist. Are being instructed by the puppet master to shoot like Curry at dog pigmentation. Ken Walker's family deserves an explanation. Yeah. I'm sure Eric Garner's family appreciate the compensation, but that money won't replace it. Nah, look, they murking us across the nation for Nathan. That's if we ain't murking each other over some basic bullshit we go through on a regular basis. Pull quick on your partner doing them fucks a favor. Keep your sticks, just don't use them on your neighbor. We may need them, shit real out here. The revolution could start this evening, and I ain't preaching. But some say I teach cause I rhyme with reason. And real shit is what I'm speaking. So fuck what they say.
Them crackers get a bailout, and all we get is another motherfucking jailhouse.
My name is Jamal Burt, and I'm the owner and CEO of EBO Educational Services. We're a full-service tutoring and test prep company. We do everything from calculus to counting, from phonics to Shakespeare. We also are very big on SAT, ACT prep for college prep, ASVAB testing, and GED testing as well. Whatever has to do academics that you need to get through or get past, we help you through it.
I loved building relationships with students and helping kids just grow, learn that there's more to life than just keeping good grades, but it's about building who you are as a person.
One student to one tutor. We don't have a class or a small group of kids, so undivided attention is given to that one child.
I was a teacher for a while, and I was in the classroom seeing that these kids were not getting as much as they could possibly get, and they weren't learning in a way that was really getting to them and really reaching them. So after I left the classroom, I was actually going to leave education for a while because I got so disenchanted with the system. But I decided that in the meantime, so that I could find something else, let me just put a sign on the corner for tutoring. And the phone started ringing, and here it is 10 years later, and it hasn't stopped ringing since.
And we are back. Big shout out to all of our sponsors. Of course, we cannot move without you guys. And so look, I got the microphone, the Shay Star microphone. Oh shoot, wait a minute. Oh, y'all can hear me real good now. Look, this is how you know this is really live, okay? Wait a minute. So we are over here. Never have I ever. This is one of my super favorite parts. Why? Because I just get to laugh at the person on the other side of the table. Now this is not set up for you to fail. Now, okay? I promise you, it's not. Oh, are we being humble right now? Mr. Humble's not being humble. No, okay. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and get right on into it. For those of you who don't know the rules, this is definitely how it goes. I'm going to ask Monte 5 questions, and if he answers no, he has to take a shot. If he answers yes, then I have to take a shot. So, are you ready? Okay. Oh, you can't wait. Have you ever broken a bone? Taking real shots too, by the way. Okay.
I'm like doubles.
No, it's one. Okay.
Pull up.
Ooh. Yeah, there it is. Went down the other pipe. Okay. Have you ever co-signed for a creepy friend? No. Mm-hmm. You know, the friend in the back that's always like a little weird. He might have, touched himself weird a couple of times in life, and now he wants you to hook him up with your homegirl down the street. You never co-signed for that guy? No? Okay. All right. Have you ever made love in the back of a Lamborghini? What color? Might have to change that question. Might need to do some research on these folks. Okay.
Make it old days.
Woo. Jesus. Yeah. A little bit. We on number 3? Yeah. Here we go. All right. Have you ever failed a grade?
Where you get?
Woo. Y'all can get my pizza ready for me. This isn't going the way that I thought it was gonna go here. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. I mean, all this good old humble intellect you got over here, I would figure,
But I got it right.
Somebody might have to drive you home tonight. Have you ever had someone swallow your kids and then ask to give it back to you? What?
Definitely, yes. The nastiest shit I ever heard in my life.
And you asked for it back?
I didn't ask for it back.
So you didn't hear the question.
Oh, I ain't hear it right now.
Have you ever had anybody swallow your kids and then you ask for it back?
Oh, no. I thought you said they asked for it back. Like, you did this? No.
So you wasn't swallowing nobody's ovaries.
I don't know how that feels.
Well, that was a first. 3-2. Did you survive?
I survived.
You survived? You good to go? You gonna make it? You a brown guy or a white guy?
Brown.
Oh, yeah, well, shout out to these people. It's your girl, Shay Star. We're gonna go ahead and get into the number 2 video, I think. Is that where we are, guys? I don't know. Look, you done had too many shots. So, number 2 video is, my boy, Maine. What's going on? Oh, y'all been voting. Holding it down in Florida. This is Maine with Bless You. Right here on Kudos with Shay Star.
Nobody died. Nobody died.
JX. Niggas say they outside cool, y'all know man been a fucking fool. Glizzy top with the mirrors on, your bitch next be my cologne. CLD, that's plug talk, red bottoms on, straight blood walk. Louis pouch got 4 grams, Kush gang, no season stamps, fly got him see, respect the brand, get money nigga, that's who I am. Ain't with the funny shit, get your mix, bow, spread it, left, lit shots and make them do that Harlem dance. G passes, get revoked, blowing gas, want all the smoke, Lottie, paving. Billy up in the daisy. 212-8s got placed. Bird the out face left him caging. Switch states make place again. Range truck, now I'm G-Benz. Fuck you niggas, I don't need no friends. Fuck you niggas, I don't need no friends. Never was a polar. Make some gangsta moves and did what I'm supposed to. Follow gangsta rules and all the game shows mine. Now them niggas really foes. Never was a polar. Make some gangsta moves and did what I'm supposed to. Now my neck and wrist is frozen. Heard niggas got smoke with me. Shoot at you first. You said it's beef. I smile a lot. Ain't shit sweet. Young Bobby Drake just check my teeth. Bow, bleed, bust down. Hating ass niggas got a frown. Try to ride the wave, but niggas drown. Checking with who? I'm in your town. Copper with me, Kale with me, Surge with me, ride with me. Don't want see Zoe, don't want see people. Broad day shit. My niggas litty. Making threats, we getting busy. Big gun in that Louis code. G passes, getting revoked. Blowing gas, want all the smoke. Lottie, paving. Billy up in the daisy. 212-8s got placed. Burned the out face, left him caging. Switch place, make place again. Range truck, now I'm G-Benz. Fuck you niggas, I don't need no friends. Fuck you niggas, I don't need no friends. Make some gangsta moves and did what I'm supposed to. Follow gangsta rules and all the game shows mine. Now them niggas really foes. Never was a poser. Make some gangsta moves and did what I'm supposed to. Follow gangsta rules and all the game shows mine. Now my neck and wrist is frozen.
Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, shout out to the Never Have I Ever, because I'm feeling never have I ever, because this is the first time I've ever actually lost a Never Have You Ever challenge. I beat Drummer Boy, I beat Trap Beckham, but Rich Homie Monte has definitely taken one from the kids. So I'm going to stand here and be as focused as I can and try to introduce the #1 video. I'm hyped because it's my baby girl. She's #1 again, 2 weeks in a row. One time for my girl Johnny Blaze. This is her brand new video entitled Yeah. But one time before we get out of here, make sure you follow me at I am Shay Star. Make sure you follow Kudos at Kudos with Shay Star. And of course, follow and subscribe to CEP TV Networks. And I want to say a big shout out and thank you to everybody that came through tonight. DJ AD, my boy Playboy Trey, and of course Slim Calhoun, and the one and only Rich Homie Monte. It's your girl Shay Star, and I'm signing out of here. It's Kudos with Shay Star.
No, hell no. Fuck no. Yeah, something else.
You know what? Can she come up with something else? Why she back?
I don't need anything. My tie is perfect. My tie is perfect. You know what? Can we find her for tea?
What's your name? Y'all looking real good. Oh, stuck up. Y'all better ask about me. It's my set. I'm the CEO.
Jeffrey, what are you doing? Can you go get us some coffee? Thank you.
Damn, we paid. Come on. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. Go that way. Go that way.
Now.
Go that way. I'm going.
Pull one. Right now, I'm finna go to bring to the stage, you know, the cats. The meow. All that. It's gonna be crazy, man. I'm talking about. They bouncing too, man. I seen them for myself, rehearsals. I seen where Bishop done one, the real done one. And I'm bringing to the stage Johnny with the pussy, with the cats with the hat. No, Johnny and the pussycat dog. Y'all make some noise for him. Make some noise. Make some noise. Yeah. Anybody got a corner?
Mind your business.
it.